What's up guys, welcome back to another video here at Chief Academy, and today we'll be going through inequalities on graphs. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I promise you it is this easy. Our learning outcomes for today is to understand what inequalities represent on a graph and how to shade the correct area of the graph. It's also to solve inequalities on graph exam questions. So, what are inequalities on graphs? Inequalities on a graph allow us to visualize the region that satisfies one or more inequalities. We draw the line as a solid or broken line depending on what sign is used in the inequality. In this lesson, we'll focus on solving inequalities on graphs and understand how to shade the correct area. As we said before, an inequality can be represented graphically as a region or on one side of a line. Inequalities that use less than or greater than symbols are plotted with a dashed line to show that the line is not included in the region. Inequalities that use less than or equal to or greater than or equal symbols are plotted with a solid line to show that the line is included in the region. So here, when we have y is less than or equal to minus x plus 2, the line is solid. But y is less than x plus 1, the line is dashed. With this example, if we were asked to shade the region of the inequality, we would shade the lower triangle, as the symbol states that y is less than and not greater than. Once again, it's that time to have a go at some matching the exam questions. Have a go, pause the video, and unpause when you've done. So, in our first question, we're asked to write down the three inequalities that define the shaded region. So, if you cannot see, there's this line here, and this line here. So, that would mean x is greater than or equal to negative 2, y is greater than or equal to x, but y is less than or equal to 0.5x plus 1. It is common for you to be asked to draw your own inequalities on a graph. Make sure you do this with a pencil so you can erase any mistakes and remember whether your line should be solid or broken, depending what the inequality symbol is. If you are told to label the area, make sure you do, as you will lose a mark if you don't, even if all your lines are correct. Here is another exam question for you to have a go at. Have a go, pause the video, and unpause when you've done. So, on the grid, shade the regions that satisfy all these inequalities. X is less than 3, y is greater than negative 2, and y is less than or equal to 2x minus 1. So first, let's do x is less than 3, which is the dotted line here. Then y is greater than negative 2, is the dashed / dotted line here. And then y is less than or equal to 2x minus 1, which is this line here. And this is solid because it's equal to. And then we're asked to label the region R, so we simply label it R. If you want, shade it, but do this in a lighter colour to show that you know where the triangle is. Here are some of the hardest exam questions you'll probably be asked on inequalities on a graph. Have a go, pause the video, and unpause when you've done. So, in our first question, on the grid, shade the region that satisfies all these inequalities. Y is greater than or equal to x minus 1, x is less than or equal to 6 minus 2y, or x is greater than or equal to negative 3. So our first inequality would look like this. Our second inequality would be this line here. Then our third inequality would be this straight line here. And then we're asked to shade the region that satisfies all the inequalities, which is here, and we're asked to label it R. And that would be your full 3 marks. Here is another exam question for you to have a go at. Have a go, pause the video, and unpause when you've done. So, the graphs of straight lines with the equation y equals 2x plus 1 and 3y plus 2x equals 12 have been drawn on the grid. X and y are both integers, marked with crosses, all the points that satisfies all the inequalities. Our inequalities are y is less than 2x plus 1, 3y plus 2x is less than 12, and y is greater than 1. Now, if you can notice, our first two inequalities are what our lines have already been drawn. Yes, they aren't dashed, but we don't have to draw them in because they are the lines. The only line we really need to draw in is y is greater than 1, which is this dashed line here. So the two coordinates where the x's are going to go is going to be 1, 2 and 2, 2. And that is your 2 marks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the day's lesson. And I did say it was easy. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.